Adolf Hitler, the most ruthless and tyrannical dictator in the modern human history. Some even believe that he's the devil incarnate. On the contrary, we have Charlie Chaplin, arguably one of the most beloved human and film personalities in the world. His films continue to bring smiles to our faces even a century after their creation. These two contrasting personalities are in no way alike, but they have one thing in common: their mustache, that silly-looking mustache. For Chaplin, it makes sense because his whole on-screen persona was about looking silly and making people laugh. But why would an aggressive dictator who aimed to strike fear into his enemies' hearts choose to look that way? Well, here's the reason why. The type of mustache they both wore was called a toothbrush mustache, which gained popularity during the late 19th century. While Chaplin wore it because he thought it looked funny and didn't hide his facial expressions, Hitler had entirely different reasons. During Hitler's time in the army in the First World War, soldiers had to wear gas masks for protection against chemical weapons. However, the lengthy Kaiser mustache that Hitler donned at the time obstructed the mask. So he was ordered by his superior to trim his long mustache so that the gas mask would fit over his mouth properly. Hence, he adopted the famous, or in this case, the infamous toothbrush. So it wasn't a fashion statement, but rather for practical purposes. From then on, even after the war, he maintained that same look until his death as a representation of his military service to his nation during the war. In 1923, during the early meetings of the Nazi Party, one of his members asked Hitler to change his odd-looking mustache, to which Hitler replied, "If it is not the fashion now, it will be later because I wear it." But ironically, Hitler himself became one of the major reasons for that style to be abandoned because of its association with the most hated dictator the world has ever seen.